You step out of the house in a stunning outfit, only to realize you picked the wrong boots. Mood, instantly minus 10. To keep that from happening again, here's a short, upbeat, and genuinely useful overview of the best types of shoes that always work, from sneakers to bold heels. When you're about to leave the house and your shoes start acting up, your mood collapses faster than your phone battery in the cold. We all know the drill. You're standing by the closet, staring at your shoes like they've organized a protest. Some are too dressy, others too casual, and a third pair starts rubbing your feet before you even reach the door. That's when you realize shoe love is complicated, but very entertaining. But here's the good news. In this whole chaotic crowd, there are our reliable pairs that never let you down. They elevate any outfit, save the day, and let you move through life without wondering, will this hurt? Before we dive into the ranking, it's worth looking at your shoe collection from a different angle, as a group of tiny helpers, each with its own personality. Sneakers, for example, are that one friend who always shows up for you. They don't ask where you're going, the park, a cafe, or the edge of the world. They just slip on and get the job done. And even if your outfit is as simple as it gets, a good pair of sneakers adds energy and that subtle, I know what I'm doing vibe. Boots are more serious companions. With them, you feel ready for anything: rain, wind, surprise adventures, and those infamous, let's go for a quick walk, it's nearby moments. It's never nearby. Boots rarely disappoint. If you chose them, you can be sure the day will run smoothly. Heels, of course, are a whole different story. They're like friends who appear less often, but every time they do, it's a show. Sure, they're not always the comfiest option, but the effect they create works like pressing the goddess mode button. But buy them only if you're sure this pair won't be an enemy to your feet, but a partner to your mood. Loafers and ballet flats are timeless classics you can always count on. They're like people who manage to be stylish without ever shouting about it. Subtle, light, versatile, and always appropriate no matter the weather or company. And of course, we can't forget sandals. They feel like they were created specifically to switch your brain into summer mode, even if outside it's almost spring at best. Light, open, freeing, they make you feel confident and relaxed. When the moment is right, they add an airy finish to your look in a way no other shoe can. The problem is, most of us have a dozen different pairs, but actually wear only 2 or 3. Why? Because not every shoe is truly universal. And this is where the fun begins, figuring out which pairs win the race in real life, not just on a store shelf. To sort it out, we've put together a ranking of the models that always work, on weekdays, holidays, in any weather, and with any outfit. Just universal stars that live peacefully in your closet and pop into your looks so often it feels like they have a style subscription. And with that, the line officially opens. It's time to move on to the models that don't just exist, they genuinely make life easier and your style more confident. Sneakers are that friend who never fails you. They survive long walks, pair effortlessly with jeans, dresses, skirts, sweats, really with anything in your closet. A pair of white sneakers can make it look like you spent an hour styling your outfit when you actually just ran out the door. And if you want to start a mini shoe upgrade, sneakers are the perfect first step. It only gets better from here. Loafers look like you put in effort, while no one sees you trying not to die from foot pain. Wear them to the office, for a walk, to a meeting, or to a cafe. They always add polish and a bit of intellectual charm. Loafers are that perfect middle ground between I tried and I still love comfort, and once you get used to them, it's easy to move on to bolder options. Sometimes all it takes is one pair of heels for the whole outfit to snap into place. They elongate the silhouette, highlight your legs, and make your walk more confident, as if a runway spirit suddenly possessed you. And with today's stable heel options, beauty requires pain is officially outdated. A striking pair of heels is like a special tool, not for daily use, but always the right choice when you need a powerful accent. Good boots are a true peace of mind arsenal. They save you on rainy days, chilly mornings, I don't know what to wear moments, and I need to look confident situations. The styles vary: chunky, classic, Chelsea, lace up, but they all do one thing: instantly add structure. And once you get used to their reliability, it's easy to switch to lighter models like sandals. Sandals are tiny symbols of warmth and freedom. In warm weather, they deliver breezy, effortlessly stylish vibes. Flat ones, strappy ones, block heels. There's something for everyone. They're like the finishing touch in a palette. After them, it becomes even easier to understand what shoes fit your daily rhythm. Now that the core top is sorted out and each model had its moment of fame, it's time for the practical part: how to pick shoes that last long and spark joy every day. Honestly, choosing shoes is like going on a blind date. Everything looks great, but what matters is what's inside. So let's break down the details worth paying attention to avoid turning your purchase into a quest for band-aids. First and foremost, the feeling you get in the first few seconds. If you feel like you're standing on two fluffy clouds, great. If something pinches, presses, or makes you want to change shoes immediately, that pair has already told you everything. Feet don't break in pain, they just stop respecting your choices. And since we're talking about choices, comfort dramatically increases the chances of a pair becoming a favorite rather than a museum exhibit in your closet. The material is the shoe's personality. Leather is usually more durable, softer, and molds to your foot. Textile is light and practical, but likes clean sidewalks a bit more than we do. Synthetics vary, from great to my feet are plotting a rebellion. Why does material matter? Because it affects wear, smell, flexibility, and appearance. Understanding this ahead of time saves nerves and a couple of impulse purchases. People remember the sole only when it fails them. A good sole is soft, flexible, but not flimsy. It should absorb impact, not make you feel every sidewalk tile. And one more thing, sole quality is directly tied to how quickly you get tired. That's why it deserves a little extra attention. Your feet will thank you. Round, almond, or pointed, the toe shape affects both style and comfort. A narrow toe can make your foot look elegant, but if your toes feel cramped, you're one step away from a bad mood. The rule is simple: if your toes can move, the shape is right. If they're sending SOS signals, look for something roomier. Heel height, the eternal dilemma. Low is comfy, but not always striking. High is stunning, but sometimes sends your feet into secret negotiations with a podiatrist. The best option? A golden middle. That one height where you feel like a queen without feeling like every tile is a boss fight. A good heel is stable, doesn't tilt your foot, and doesn't make you walk like you're learning from scratch. Straps, laces, a firm heel, all these work like a seatbelt. Shoes should fit securely but not choke your foot. Your foot shouldn't slide, shift forward, or require constant adjustments. If the fit is perfect, you'll feel it within a couple of steps. If a pair is heavy, you'll notice it within an hour. Lightweight shoes make movement natural and your stride relaxed. This is especially important for sneakers and summer shoes. But here's the catch: extremely light shoes can sometimes mean low durability. The ideal is lightweight without feeling paper thin. Here's where the magic happens. People who walk a lot choose shoes based on one set of criteria, those who drive more on another. If you're on your feet all day, prioritize cushioning and softness. If you sit more, you can focus on style. The main thing is that shoes should fit your lifestyle, not force you to adapt to them. Now that the criteria are clearer, choosing shoes becomes much easier, without stress, pain, or emotional impulse buys. And now the fun part begins: how to pick shoes that not only feel great, but also elevate your outfits. That's exactly what's next. You can build a perfect outfit, but add the wrong pair of shoes, and it all falls apart. The good news? It works the other way around too. The right shoes elevate even the simplest look. Picture jeans and a white tee. Basic, right? Add stylish loafers or sleek boots, and suddenly you look fashion blogger level good. And since shoes can work such magic, let's see how to use it wisely. Dresses love shoes that match their mood. A light, flowy dress pairs beautifully with sandals or dainty ballet flats. The look becomes airy. But if you want confidence or a sharper silhouette, ankle boots or classic heels are a sure bet. And here's the best part: a dress stops feeling too dressy when you pair it with minimal sneakers. That mix is modern, relaxed, and no longer a trend, but a golden rule. Good jeans will befriend almost any shoes, but they shine especially well with sneakers, loafers, boots, or sandals. Sneakers add youth and movement, loafers add polish, boots add character, sandals add lightness. If you want to level up your style, choose shoes slightly more elegant than the situation demands, like swapping basic canvas sneakers for leather ones. The difference is instant. Work outfits often require restraint, but that doesn't mean they must be boring. Loafers, sleek boots, or shoes with a stable heel easily add structure. If the dress code isn't strict, feel free to add soft suede models or muted tones. They make the outfit livelier without crossing any lines. Sneakers stopped being just for running a long time ago. Today they pair with hoodies, joggers, shorts, dresses, trench coats, nearly everything. The key is matching their style to your outfit. Chunky sneakers pair well with oversized pieces, while minimalist ones complement clean lines and tailored looks. Add a few accessories, and your sporty outfit becomes city chic. When in doubt, go for neutral tones: beige, white, black, gray. These pairs match nearly everything and save tons of time before leaving the house. But if you're in the mood for brightness, use shoe color as your accent. Red flats, emerald sandals, bold sneakers, any of these can be the star of your outfit. Just give them the spotlight and don't overload the look with other strong colors. Sometimes the coolest outfits are born from tiny mistakes. Sneakers with a dress? Great. Boots with a romantic skirt? Perfect. Sandals with an oversized blazer? Works. The main thing is that you feel confident and comfortable in the combo. Style always begins with the inner feeling of, I like this. Now that you know how to match shoes with any outfit, it's time for something more personal. How to choose your pair so it brings joy every day instead of collecting dust on a shelf. Ready for the final stretch? Honestly, perfect shoes aren't magic or luck. They're a tiny investigation. You're the detective, and each pair is trying to pretend it's the one. But to avoid falling for pretty promises and coming home with yet another felt perfect in-store, now tortures every atom of existence situation, let's calmly break down how to choose shoes that satisfy both your feet and your mood. Trying them on matters more than any picture. Trying them on matters more than any picture. No matter how stunning the photos look, a shoe reveals its true personality only when you try it on. Sometimes a model looks amazing, but the moment you take a step, you realize it was made for anyone but you. Listen to your first impressions. If something rubs, pinches, or even threatens conflict, move on. Feet never lie, and that's their superpower. But if trying them on gives you a little, oh, this feels nice, that's a solid sign to keep exploring. Comfort isn't a bonus, it's the foundation. Comfort isn't a bonus, it's the foundation. Comfort isn't a whim, it's the base your style stands on. The most gorgeous pair loses its magic if all you can think about is taking it off. Check the insole. It should be soft and supportive, not collapsing under your foot. Look at the heel area. Does it slip? Does it try to escape? A good pair doesn't make you suffer for beauty. It supports every step like it's known you forever. The better you feel, the better the whole look appears. Material says more than you think. Material says more than you think. Good leather and quality textiles have one thing in common: they adapt to you. They gradually mold to your foot and become softer and friendlier. Synthetics can be comfortable too, but often are less flexible. Here's what matters. Is this pair for wow outings or daily wear? For everyday use, materials that breathe and move with you are essential. The more honest the choice, the longer your shoes keep their shape and your affection. A heel is your ally if you choose it right. A heel is your ally if you choose it right. High heels look fantastic, but you'll only get along with models that offer real stability. A good last is half the success. If your body starts searching for balance like you're walking a tightrope, that heel isn't for you. Check the width of the base, heel placement, and toe comfort. A good heel doesn't force a dramatic walk. It adds height and mood as if you simply became a lighter version of yourself. Soft support is the secret to confidence. Soft support is the secret to confidence. Shoes should stay on your feet without occupying your mind every 3 steps. Straps shouldn't dig in, and the heel counter shouldn't run away. If something feels off, imagine walking slightly faster than usual. Still comfy? Perfect. Support is invisible comfort, the kind that takes you from "I'm suffering" to "I'm enjoying every minute." Color is not just about aesthetics. It's about practicality. Color is not just about aesthetics. It's about practicality. Choosing shoes for one specific outfit is like buying a one-way ticket. It's much better when a pair works with several of your styles effortlessly. Neutrals, black, beige, white, brown, become your universal partners. But if your soul craves color, pick a shade that already exists in your wardrobe. It's not limiting, it's a smart hack that keeps your outfits cohesive without extra effort. Where to buy so you don't regret it? Where to buy so you don't regret it? Online shopping is incredibly convenient today, but here are a few rules. First, choose sites with easy returns. Second, look not only at ratings, but at real reviews and photos. Third, measure your foot, honestly to the millimeter, and compare it with the brand's size chart. And if you're buying offline, don't hesitate to walk around, bend, change pace. Good shoes handle any test because they're made not just for beauty, but for movement. The final check, mine or not mine. The final check, mine or not mine. Sometimes everything aligns, the model is beautiful, comfortable, fits your style, yet there's a tiny doubt inside. That's when you listen to yourself. Shoes are part of your personality, your mood, your day. If a pair makes you smile before you even leave the store, it's yours. If you have to convince yourself you definitely need it, better keep looking. Perfect shoes don't require persuasion. They spark genuine enthusiasm. A friendly final takeaway. A friendly final takeaway. Choosing shoes isn't a race for trends. It's a journey toward what makes you, you. A good pair doesn't just complete an outfit. It supports you, inspires you, lifts your confidence when you need it most. And the more attention you give to the details, the easier it becomes to find your perfect model. Experiment, try new shapes, mix shades, and may every new pair make your steps just a bit happier.